Yep, certain type of behaviors that they are now labeling to be some sort of mental illnesses, it can be caught early. Just listen.
You are a natural born public speaker, and that's a fact.
Do you actually feel guilty or were you just told to feel guilty?
Focus on actually what we can do.
Point it out and show it to me.
You have the freedom to do what you want to and be what you want to in America. What are we going to do about it?
What oppressed me?
Just saying.
So the CRT stuff is BS.
Guys, my goodness, I need to just go and just completely quit my job and just go on a circuit around the United States and do like a week freaking week convention saying parenting to parents, where I'm showing you that parents that's getting ready to go into parenthood, they have children. I need to just give you step by step of what you can do as your children develop. I don't care about these nonsense books. If your child is screaming and raging, find out, say, stop that. Talk to me. What's wrong? No, if you out there, I'm okay. We about to get real with some stuff right here. You have to check some of these attitudes and behaviors out of these children at early ages. I'm telling you, I don't care if my child gets to a point to where they're a certain age. Let's go there. Yeah, we can ready to go there because some of y'all getting ready to get mad. If you don't believe in spanking or anything like that, this may not be for you. If my child is at a certain age and I'm holding him, if he don't like something, he can say, I'm a, you're darn right, I'm gonna pop your butt. You don't do that in my arms. But people look at that, oh my God, he struck that child. No, I just corrected that child. That child is going to learn that if they do anything like that in my arms while I'm holding them because they mad about something, I'm popping that butt. What is that child going to learn? When I do that type of behavior, when I flip out and do like that, I notice that some type of pain was inflicted on me. So their brain will begin to think, if I do that, that's going to end up having some type of pain. Do I want that pain? No. Am I going to do that in my dad's arms again? No. So guess what, though? You get into mom and you're not home, they might try that same thing with mom. So now I got to tell mom, look, if you holding him or her and they don't get their way with something, if they get the door, you need to pop their butt. Pop their butt. Don't stop. Let me put him down. What's wrong? You must be out of your mind. I'm getting rid of that behavior because that child is already starting to get ready to try to freaking bamboozle you. Yes, that child is already getting ready to try to put you and wrap you around their fingers with their attitude and behavior. Because guess what? When they flip out and act out and do all that, and you end up letting them get in their way, that child is being trained by you that if they do that, they're going to get their way with you. So what you think is going to happen as they grow? All they got to do is, I hate you. And you just, honey, why would you talk to me? I'm going to tag your butt. So I'm telling y'all, this is not for everybody. Well, Ty, I disagree with you because, my mom never spanked me. And look, that's completely fine. My dad never spanked me. That's completely fine. But at the same time, a lot of adults that I talk to right now, they would tell me all day long, you know what? I never thought about that. I probably wouldn't be this way had my parents done this to me. I hear people tell me that all the time. I wouldn't have this happen to me. I wouldn't be this way if my parents would have took care of this at an early age. So what am I saying that for? As kids develop, if there's any type of bad attitude that you start to see in them, you as a parent need to check that. You as a parent need to be so stern on, like with my sons, I don't care when they did something that y'all might look at as being a small problem, I made it like it could be one of the worst things they ever did. I don't care what it was. If they sat there and threw a rock at a rabbit, if I felt like that was, even if it might have been, that's what kids do. But I made it like that was one of the worst things you could do because I didn't want that behavior to start. I'm just giving you an example, okay? I can't name everything that my son's done before, but I do know that they tried things for. Just like if they got mad and I seen one, like I guess my oldest one at one time, he like swung at my wife. I took him from my wife and I tore his butt up. Tore his butt up. Yeah, he was probably around 4 years old or something like that. Tore his butt up. Tagged that butt. Guess what he did? Have he ever raised his hand up at my wife a day after that? No. Now, with the whine, I get on that too. By the time my sons was 8, 9 years old, there was no more whining in my house. They knew better. There was no whining. Why? They learned at that age that daddy does not play with no whine. They learned at that age that you are not going to get your way in my house by whining. But some of y'all parents that want to just, I need to talk to him. See, because this can be no. You are being manipulated by your child. You are being completely manipulated. So what am I saying that for? In a case like this, yeah, I understand. It's completely terrible. I get that. But at the same time, what's going on with this kid? What might have been going on with this kid and through his head and through his mind Could that behavior, they say, oh, well, he was always quiet. Oh, he was always weird. Look, if you sit there and you look at it and you feel that this person's behavior seems to be out of the norm, there's a reason for that. But nobody ever got a chance to talk to this kid about why he was like that. Everybody just stand up to the side, he's just kind of weird like that. But why? Okay, this says from Vangelica. Appreciate the super chat there, sis. Says it's about teaching immediate consequences for bad behavior. Yes, that's exactly what it is, to show that you don't play that. Y'all have no idea. Even at my church, there's a lot of single mothers at my church. Guess what? It was like death to those kids if those parents had to say to their child, well, I'm about to go get Mr. Ty. No, okay, I'll be good. Okay, mommy, please. Why did those kids get like that? Because they knew when Mr. Ty came, I'm not talking. I'm not getting ready to go over there and say, come on, let's go have a talk. They knew I'm coming and I'm bringing the pain. They knew it. Mommy, please let me good. No. I mean, yeah, they knew it because they knew why. They knew that when Mr. Ty came, there was not going to be any talking. They knew that Ty represented what? Not just the pain. Y'all missing the point. A lot of people are missing the point of this. They knew that it was going to come with pain. But the reason why it scared them too is because they knew it represented authority, it represented order, it represented correctness. But in order to get there, they knew it was going to have to be some pain inflicted on them to drive home the message. I don't play around. If your mom had to come and get me, I'm not talking to you. I'm coming, I'm tearing your butt up, and then I'm going to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So some folks that are Ty, I know some of y'all don't agree with that. That's completely fine. Some say, well, I never was spanked and I turned out fine. But then yet I got tons of people that say the same exact thing. But then off to the side, you're emailing me, telling me about some issue you're dealing with. See what I'm saying? But that's just one way right there. Is as these children are growing, you have to be able to check these behaviors. You have to be able to watch your child closely. But we got a lot of parents that's growing up in this age right now that your child is being raised by a computer. Your child has been raised by putting these little computers in their hands, whether it's an iPad, they got special kitty decorations on it and all this. You let them know, oh, they just watch a cartoons. Y'all cartoons today are nothing. Y'all thought that our Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, and oh my God, y'all know who was a big disciplinarian? Guess who was I love them. Guess who was a disciplinarian in Looney Tunes? Anybody want to take a wild guess? I'm gonna wait for y'all to answer this right here. Who was a big disciplinarian in Looney Tunes? I'm gonna see if y'all gonna throw some answers out there real quick. I'm gonna give y'all about 10 seconds or so. Maybe fit. Yes, sir. No, somebody already got it. Yep, Steve Frank Sack, you got it. Orange Zareel was the one that got it. Yep, and Moderate versus Poor Vita, Big Rooster. Y'all got it. Hey, Foghorn did not play, did he? Foghorn was a man. Foghorn was a man's of a rooster, wasn't he? Man, you couldn't. Man, you couldn't do nothing around Foghorn. Foghorn would lay down the law. Boy, I said a boy. Now listen to me while I'm talking to you, boy. I mean, he did not play around, did he? Foghorn will whoop your butt and tell you. Now, come here, sit down, son. Now he'll look at me while I'm talking to you, boy. He would sit there and do it. Now that's not the way you do it, boy. Foghorn would do that. Take that thing, pop. Boy, I said a boy. Now, boy, now turn around and go and do what you're supposed to do, boy. Get on and do what you're supposed to do. He did not play around. Oh, but then in today's world, it's so violent. It's so violent. I can't believe that rooster was spanked that baby chick like that. Oh my God, it's so violent. But guess what? He straightened him out, didn't he? Foghorn. Foghorn did not play. Foghorn was spank your kids. He would spank the dog. He would spank the little chicklets. He would spank the owner that he actually belonged to. He did not play around, man. I love that. Boy, I said, boy. That's all he said all day long. Boy. But yeah, so I'm saying, so it's funny that these type of things were always in cartoons like ours. And then yet the generation that came up in that, I was one of the people that came up in that generation right there. And look right now. I don't know anybody that I grew up with who got their butt handed to them, got their butt whooped, that did crazy things like this. Now, I do know people that they grew up with me. We all, my cousins and friends I grew up with, we all was under the same type of thing where we got spanked or whatever like that, and they did some stupid things like got caught selling drugs, whatever like that. But I'm talking about in the case of going out and doing things like what you see in here on a mass level, nuh-uh, nope. That because and guess what? They did this as grown men, not as teenagers. They did this when they were grown men. MRM dude, he was like the cartoon Bernie Mac. Yeah, he sure was, Braxton. Yeah, Foghorn didn't play around. So no, that's what I'm saying is that they want to try to sit there and put some type of psychological thing behind all this. Oh, we study psychology and it shows that kids who are spanked tend to be more. You a goddamn gonna lie. Go around. That's what they don't do. Go around and ask all the children who were the children of spankings if they had some type of psychological event. Now, I'm not, no, Ty, there are some, no, I'm not talking about you being abused. I'm not talking about them taking a belt and just smacking it like, and it wraps around your face and they pull it off. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not talking about them beating you in your back or anything like that, or hitting you with a board. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting disciplined. And when I say discipline, I'm talking about is the reason why God made that fleshy part on you like that. Is so that sucker can take some licks to it, getting your butt whooped. It's the reason why he made it fleshly like that. It stings when you get whooped there. You get the rubbing all on the rolling all on the floor and everything, getting your butt whooped. Or better yet, they might make you dance by tying your little legs up with a switch or something like that. But the message got through, didn't it? And like again, I know some things can go beyond where you leaving bleeding welts and everything like that, things like that. But at the same time, when you got it done properly, there's nobody that I know right now that got properly spanked and say, that was terrible that happened to me. I'm just so traumatized. No, because in your mind as a kid, when it happened to you, you end up internalizing that and thinking that that's the way things are. It's not until you go to these schools and these teachers want to put it in your head that you get a spanking as your parents abusing you. You need to call this hotline. That's a bunch of nonsense. That is a whole bunch of nonsense. So that's where it all stems from, people. You have to be a parent. And you can say it all day long. No, Ty, I think there's more to know. You have to be a real parent. And I know I said it before, and I know I'm repeating myself. I'm not here to be my son's friends. But Ty, no. Me and my sons will have what you want to call a type of friendship when they are grown, got their own families. And when we come together, our conversation is going to be about grown-up type stuff. But as long as they are like in that mindset of being like children and kids or whatever like that, as long as they're like in my house and they're living here, they're still going to be sitting there treated. I am their dad. There ain't going to be no equality in our house. I'm always going to be alpha male, top dog in my house, period. There ain't no we're equal and they get just as much. No. If they in this house, I don't care if they 25 or 30 years old. They in this house, dude, y'all better be in this house by 12 midnight, dude. I don't care. Be in this house by 12 midnight. Ty, but they're 25 years old. 25 years old in whose kingdom? Huh? 25 years old in whose kingdom? My kingdom. And in my kingdom, your buddy's in here. The only way you're going to be out that late is if we all out together at a family function or something like that. But you ain't just going to be waltzing in and out of my domain in my house when you want to just because you got an age. That don't mean nothing to me. There's rules when it comes to this. And I'm not going to sit there and compromise any of them. Well, what if I just nope? But then what? Nope. You either be here or you better get you a hotel room. Plain and simple. Do not come in this house at no 12:15, 12:10. You better be here by, no, don't y'all. I'm not that crazy. I get 12:05, 12:10, something like that, traffic, whatever. But as far as being in here, you better have your buddy in here, period. Plain and simple. It's that simple. And like I said, I don't care how old you are. That's just me. I'm a father. I'm not a friend. And you're going to always have certain rules, certain things put in place, because guess what? In the real world, that's how it works. There's rules, there's regulations in the real world. So these children, as they grow, they're going to learn law. They're going to learn rules and regulations through you as a parent. Their first taste of any type of being a crazy good civilian is going to come through the home. If there is no authority in the home, no rules, no regulation in the home, that's why these dummies feel like they can just go out there in the real world and just do anything. Talk to the police any kind of way, talk to teachers any kind of way, going to dang on McDonald's, tearing stuff up at McDonald's, going to a grocery store, ripping stuff off the shelves because there's no sense of them having no type of authority on them. That's what I'm saying. There's no sense. Look, there's a difference between some of these folks out here. You got people that are criminals. Criminals understand that there's law, order, and authority and regulations. That's why if they go in and steal, they hurry up and get it and get out. But then you got some people that go in there just knocking stuff off the shelf, start yelling at the clerk and all this, throwing sodas at the clerk and all that, and they just don't care Because guess what? How can they care when they never had it instilled in them at a young age? Why would they care? How can they don't know what to do? That's why they can sit there and do it and just keep on. They'll press the buttons on the soda machine. Then, like the dumb girl at McDonald's just throwing stuff, and then she twerked in the doorway. She didn't care what she was doing. Guarantee you never had no authority in the home. They're going to learn their first authority, rules and regulations. All that stuff is going to be learned in the home. Once they get that and they go out there in the real world, you will see those same type of behaviors implemented out there in the real world. And that's why that awesome book called the Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go. And when they are older, they won't depart from those ways. Well, Ty, there is the prodigal son. The prodigal son thought he could depart from those ways. But what happened? He went out there and tried to do things his own way. He tried to do it his own way. He didn't think that the way that his dad did things and the way that his dad's domain was ran, he didn't think that that was going to work. He thought that he can go and do it his own way. But guess what he ended up doing? He ended up being in the mud with sleeping with freaking pigs. And then the Bible says when he came to himself, he went back to where, guess what? He went back to where there was rules, regulations, didn't he? He went back to rules, regulations, law, and order, didn't he? That prodigal son when he came to himself. You're going to have it regardless. So if there's some snow cone color head kids out there, the social justice people, all the ones that are like that, I'm not saying all of them like that, but those particular ones that are like that. If you think that this world is going to be about you being able to go out there and say what you want to, do what you want to, and all that, you're going to learn real quick that in a real world, whether you think you can or not, you're going to have rules and regulations. Because if you go out there doing this crimeful stuff, you're going to go to a place called jail or prison where, guess what? There's rule, regulations, law, and order that you're going to have to obey through an authoritative figure called the prison guards or the police. Plain and simple. So you're going to get it one way or another. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious. It does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.